famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. Well, Bob, very interesting meeting last night for the school board, and we won't really go into the details right now, but that was some interesting actualities that you have there from the school board meeting last night.
It was interesting, that's for sure.
Very interesting, and more to come from that tomorrow and the next day. So keep it tuned in here to 105.5 FM, and we'll keep you with the latest information, what's going on with the school board here in Jesup and Wayne County and Odom and Scriven, the whole bit. You know, Wayne County school system. A lot of information gave out last night, and we'll continue to follow the story, as Bob says, as it develops. Well, Bob, we've got guests in here this morning. Who do we have?
We've got Dina and Faith in here from the Chamber of Commerce, and they got all kind of stuff. Faith, I appreciate you sending me that itinerary of this events coming up. We had that yesterday on the local news, so I appreciate you getting us the information, but a lot going on. So, Miss Dina, we'll turn over to you.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning,
It's been a little bit since we've been on here. We tried coming last week, but I couldn't get my boat motor to crank to to get here. So, I'm glad we got through that and everybody's safe. My yard's still a little wet, but we were blessed. So, thank y'all for having us. We do have quite a few things coming up. One of the main things I wanted to talk about today is our Youth Leadership Wing program. This is not a new program for the Chamber. This is something we've been doing for a few years, but we've kind of been in like a test mode, or we've worked it through our student chamber group the last few years, just working out the kinks and trying to figure out the best way to run the program. So we have had some successful years. We've had several students that have gone through the program and have gotten lots of positive feedback, and so we're excited to continue the program. We're making some changes to it this year. It's run much like our adult leadership program. So basically, these students will be exposed to different aspects of business and government in our community, learn more about how our community is run, different aspects of our community, and they'll also be learning some new leadership skills. So we're really wanting to invest in our students and hopefully grow our future leaders, because we need to invest in these children. We hope that our goal is to, if they go off to college, that's fine, but we want to bring them back to Wayne County to work. So we expose them to all the opportunities as well that are here in Wayne County. So it's our 2024-25 Youth Leadership Program, Leadership Wayne Program. It is open to all juniors and seniors to apply. That is whether they are in public school, private school, or being homeschooled. They just have to be a resident of Wayne County. Okay. They can apply for the program. We will be selecting 12 students. We're starting with a small size. We hope to be able to grow it to, more students in the future. But the application is available at the Chamber, on our Facebook page, on we've shared it on the various community pages as well. It's available at the high school. I've sent it out to several of our homeschool folks. Wayne Christian Academy has access to it. 4-H office. There's different ways to get a hold of the application, but they can call us at the Chamber. We can email it. There is a couple of pages, just some questions and information that we ask that they fill out. And they will be participating in things such as history and tourism. They'll be learning the history and tourism, Board of Tourism information for our community, healthcare and education, local government. There will be a trip to Atlanta, to the state capitol. That will be an overnight stay. They'll go up and spend the night and then spend the day at the capitol. And then they'll be learning more about agriculture in our community, and business and industry in our community, economic development, workforce development, that sort of thing. And then we'll have a graduation for them at the end of the program. So we're just encouraging any junior or senior that's interested in learning more about our community, developing leadership skills, that sort of thing, to apply. And we'll be kicking that off. The application deadline is August 23rd. All of that information is on the application, where they can fill it out and submit it via email. And And yeah, we're looking forward to having a good group and
That's great.
and
Get the
putting
youth
these
involved. That's
yes,
fantastic.
yes. We started it, like I said, a few years ago with our student chamber kids, and tried a couple of different ways and figure out the logistics of it and see what works the best. And these kids have really enjoyed it, and it's given them opportunities that they may not otherwise have. And so, yeah, we're opening up to any junior and senior in our community. So to apply, and we look forward to having a great group. So
Good.
yep, our adult leadership program will be kicking off with their orientation tomorrow. So that group is about to get started, and
So they start
some
off
of the-
orientation tomorrow, learn what they're going to
Yep.
be learning,
Yep.
what they're going to be doing over this next year, and then
That's right.
hit the ground running next
Expectations
month.
and
Yep.
all that good stuff. And then actually next week they'll go to St. Simon's for their bonding retreat.
Oh, a bonding
and then,
retreat.
Yep, some leadership building.
Y'all do
and
all
that kind
those
of-
unusual bonding techniques that you see some of these
Yes.
places.
That
all
is
that
some
little-
of- some
of
of
the
the-
stuff that you wouldn't want to actually admit that you do, but you do anyway because you're in a
Yeah.
in a retreat like this.
That's
Fall
right.
backwards, we'll catch you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, right. I know you.
Well, Mr. John Benner does a great job leading that part of the program for us, and we still, to this day, I went through the class. Well, we were the COVID class. Our 9-month class turned into almost 2 years by the time we finished all of the stuff we had to do, because we had to take a break because of COVID. But we still talk about some of those skills that we learned with Mr. John at our bonding retreat. He does a great job with that. So, yep, they'll start with that, and then September they start with history and tourism day, and then it's every month for the adults that they're going.
I mean, they
different.
almost become like a class of graduating from high school
That's
or
right.
college. I mean, they bond together over that
Yes.
year, and it's only 1 year,
Yeah.
where they bond together and they develop lasting friendships, contacts, networking,
Sure.
working together in the community and stuff like that. Just works out great.
You know, we have a lot of folks ask, other than during that 9 or 10 month period of the class, what goes on afterwards. So the adult class picks at least one project to work on as a class.
Right, they work on after the
that's
year's
right.
over with. Right.
That is, they're learning throughout the year the different places they visit, where there's a need, where things can be, where they can plug in and help. It may be some physical labor, something that needs to be repaired, or it may just be coming alongside helping with different programs or that sort of thing. And it's like with anything else, you come back from camp or whatever, everybody's all hyped up and this is what we're going to do, and then things kind of fizzle out. So we are working right now. The chamber, we have made some changes this summer with refocusing, and trying to get a grab on some of that stuff that's kind of maybe fallen by the wayside. So we have a group that's working on reaching out to all of our Leadership Wayne graduates and just pulling everybody together in one big group, because what happens to everybody, even some of the groups, when you've got 14, 16 people, somebody's changed jobs or they've moved on, and then there may be 2 or 3 from that group that are still active and able to pursue. So if we get our whole group together, everybody that's been through the class, we've got a list of all the projects that have been discussed.
For how many years back?
The
it went for a
original
while, then
class
it's-
was like 1986.
Oh,
And
but
then
you're going that far back? 'Cause I
Yes,
was in the 90s. So,
but
I
yes,
figured
it
it'd be back when you
broke.
started with the new program.
Yes,
when I say
the-
new, probably about 15 years ago.
I think this is year 16. I think
Okay.
is if I remember correctly for when it was revamped.
Revamped,
but,
right.
But yes, we do have most everybody, I think. But try to contact everybody, get them together, and let's put all the projects out that have been discussed in the past. See where we're at. Some of them may need.
Yeah, we
some
didn't have
updating.
projects back then. We
Yes,
just-
some
we
of
didn't
the
have them
earlier
back then. It
classes
was-
didn't.
And we didn't go anywhere. We just met, on a
Just-
regular basis, and
right.
was taught by somebody from the University of Georgia.
So we've got some funding that has been, donated over the years that have been earmarked. That's for Leadership Wayne projects and that kind of thing. And so that's our goal, is to kind of get these projects on paper and look at where we can start right now and start with some of the smaller ones and get those done and accomplished, so that we, get that momentum going again.
Right.
And just put everybody together instead of just, one or two from a class trying to tackle the big project that they had planned, or, that maybe they hit a roadblock on, or, because there are some pretty big named projects that, are not a one and done kind of thing, that are kind of ongoing. So, that's our goal with that, is to try to, and there's been a lot that's been done too. So just kind of, put out there a little push for, here's what's been done, here's what we want to do, and kind of get everybody together to work on those projects.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Sounds good. Now, who do you have next to you?
So I have Miss Faith Teston. She is, we can still call her the new girl if she will. Yeah,
sure,
I told her to play that card as long as, I think I played it for like 3 years. People would call the chamber. I'm like, I don't know, I'm new here. Let me find out, just fake
Sometimes
it till you make
it's good
it.
to plead ignorant.
That's right. I'll have to ask somebody. So Faith joined us. She started with us on June 24th, something like that, right before Legacy Dinner. So she's been here not quite 2 months now, but she is our membership and events coordinator, and she hit the ground running. She's doing a great job. So we're happy to have Faith, and I don't have to pay her a whole lot to put up with me and keep me straight. It's a big job.
To keep up with you.
A big job.
Do we
keep
get an
me
amen
straight.
from your husband on that?
Probably. Probably. You would.
Faith,
So-
good. Welcome to the world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Thank you.
All right, what's going on in your department?
So we have our business after hours coming up next Tuesday. So that's one of our monthly networking events that our members and the community is invited to. So this business after hours will be at Home Senior Living of Jesup, which is on Henson Mosley Road. It's right across from the EMT Center.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be on Tuesday, August 20th from 5 to 6:30, and it is baseball themed. So the senior living community has asked that we wear our favorite jersey or athletic gear, and they will be bringing in the baseball team. We'll have a good old-fashioned baseball, softball game. There will be wiffle ball going on in the back of the facility, so it should be a fun time.
And what's this put on for again?
It's our business after hours
Business
events.
after hours is going to be there at home.
Mm.
If you've ever seen anything that At Home Senior Living posts on Facebook, they go all out for everything. So when they signed up to do business after hours, they said, "Can we do a baseball theme?" I said, "Y'all can do whatever you want." So it is going to be a whole production. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So wear your favorite baseball jersey and
Yep.
get ready to play some wiffle ball, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And then our next event that is at the end of the month is a ribbon cutting for Blessed Girls Creations. They are our new member, and they have actually taken over the old building where Chanberry's and New Life Church was on the corner of Sunset Boulevard. So that will be on Wednesday, August the 28th at 4 o'clock. It should be a good time, too, to welcome in a new business into our chamber community.
Just hats off to all these people opening up new businesses here in town. Small businesses are difficult to run, and you're getting started the first couple of years. And it's just, I love to see these ribbon cutting, these new businesses, these people being entrepreneurs and say, I'm going to step out of my own and do my own thing.
Absolutely. I just shared a story with someone earlier this week that I had. Somebody asked me one time, how many ribbon cuttings do y'all plan on doing? I mean, we had been a time there where it seemed like we had one a week, and we try not to, stack them on too close. We don't want to ask the community to leave work to attend too much. We try to spread stuff out. So just how many of these ribbon cuttings? I said, as many as we can get. I said, it wouldn't bother me to have one a day if we could. That's new business. That's
new businesses open up and
growth in our
joining the Chamber of
community.
Commerce. Yep.
Yes, I said, and we want to celebrate them. We've all started somewhere, and it's a good way to go in and see these new businesses and see what they have to offer and celebrate and support them. So, yes, we love ribbon cutting. So, one last thing, and we'll talk about this a little more too when we come, but we have changed up one of our business development programs, our Lunch and Learns. We were doing those quarterly there for a little while. Then COVID hit. We tried to revamp. And so anyway, we are shifting that to a morning event. It is called Brew and Build. And it will be a 8:30 to 10. This will still be quarterly. So we will have different topics at each of these events. We'll have a speaker come in and who is an expert on the particular topic to come share, and just kind of a time of networking, learning a little bit more on business development and that staff development, that sort of thing. So our first one is scheduled for Thursday, September the 5th from 8:30 to 10. It'll be at Coastal Pines Technical College. And this one is a mental health and emotional well-being in the workplace. We talk about the importance of taking care of our employees and our staff and everybody's mental health and their well-being. It makes a huge difference on how, their productivity, the morale in the office and that sort of thing. So we have Shauna Mattingly with Anchored in Wellness. She is a licensed clinical social worker. I hope I didn't mess that up. With Anchored, they are sponsoring this event, and she will also be facilitating or be our speaker, our expert speaker for the day. So she's got a great program just to come and share with us how we as individuals can take care of ourselves and make sure that we are emotionally, our mental health is in top notch so we can be the best and most productive employees that we can be. And then also addressing our managers and that sort of stuff on how to encourage more of that as well, and make sure that our employees and our staff are taking care of themselves. And so again, that'll be Thursday, September the 5th from 8:30 to 10. We'll have coffee. We actually will have coffee at this event provided by Grind Coffee Company. And then we'll have some refreshments, not a full breakfast, but it'll be you won't leave there hungry for sure. So that event is open for registration at this time. It's $15 for chamber members and $20 for non-members. So as with all of our events, we encourage, it's for anybody in the community to attend, not just chamber members. So that is on our chamber website, Facebook page. There's a link to register. So we just encourage you to, come check it out and learn more about our mental health and how to take care of it. We all can use that. We get so stressed out. We're living a fast drive-through world, right? Fast food, everybody's sitting in a hurry, and we need to slow down and take care of ourselves so we can be.
Well, my daughter-in-law is involved with mental health,
yes.
And she says that I'm beyond help.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, I thought she might be able to help me out. She said, I can't work miracles, Butch. I can't work miracles.
Well, if Mandy can't, it might not be able to
I
be done.
just accept it and live with it. I just accept it and live with it.
Just suck it up.
That's right.
You just said you're about to be 70
tomorrow.
So you can't. Sometimes you can't teach an old dog no tricks,
I'm an old dog now. I'll be 70 tomorrow. So
we have, as I mentioned earlier, the chamber kind of refocusing and just we spent a lot of time this summer taking a look at everything from our procedures, our bylaws to programs that we do and put on, and we have really tried to come back to the drawing board and make sure that the chamber wants to be focused on business development, workforce development, not to say some of the other things that we have dabbled in or had a part in are not important, but we just kind of have tried to bring back our focus on what's best for our community and growing our community and building the workforce.
And you've got other organizations here in town that are natural to take care of some of these other projects the chamber used to do.
That's exactly right. And we can focus more on, like I said, workforce and business development. We want to see all of our businesses and our community grow. And so, so we're trying to.
Well, you want to make the big announcement that came from the city last night, or you want me to tell?
You can tell them.
What is it, Bob? What's the big announcement?
Well, the chamber's no longer going to be in charge of the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce Christmas parade. It's going to the city of Jesup now in charge of the Christmas parade.
That is right.
I was thinking, I don't remember. I mean, ever since I got here, since '80, the chamber's been involved.
It has been, and we will still be huge supporters and volunteers. But yes, we passed the torch. Passed the torch for the Christmas parade to the city of Jesup. when Kara left, I teased her about her going away present was the Christmas parade. I was going to put a big bow on it for her, and I've done everything but the bow. I did pass along all the information, all of our files on it, and that kind of thing. We have tons of decorations that we've used from year to year that will all still be, used for the Christmas parade. So it is, we didn't want to just stop doing it. It would have never been something that we just stopped doing without somebody being willing to take it on. And it was just a perfect time because Kara loves the Christmas parade and is passionate about it. And when it first was mentioned about us considering passing the parade to someone else, she said, I don't want to give up the parade. That was before
it makes sense. The DDA does the parade. It goes right through downtown Jesup.
That's
it's
right.
to help the downtown and bring people in, so it makes sense that the DDA does it.
Yeah.
The chamber used to handle the professional women's luncheon in April, and now it's handled by someone else. So just different things the chamber handles.
That's
right. We got organizations can do it, so the chamber can be involved.
Yes.
On what a chamber should do, which is business development.
And while we're on the passing
development.
the torch of something, this is a not as huge of an event, but it is a very important event. We have for years done the we're nuts about our educators at the first home football game, and that is something that Partners in Education has taken on this year. That's another great fit for that group. So Mr. Kent Fountain is providing peanuts as he always has, and this Friday night at the football game, there will be a group of us, still a lot of the same faces. The chamber board and ambassadors will be out there, but Partners in Education will be taking the charge on that. But we'll be giving out peanuts and drinks and spirit ribbons to any Wayne County educator, just a way to say we appreciate all you do. We know you're underpaid and overworked, but here's some peanuts and a drink. It's the least we can do.
Yeah, we work for peanuts.
That's right. But that's always been a really good time. And the first home football game is usually when we've been able to do that. Last year it got pushed later in the year because of weather, but so that will be this Friday night. So we encourage. We'll be just inside the gate, next to the concession stand on the home side. You'll see the big white tent. So if you are in education of any kind in Wayne County, not just teachers, any any educational job, we would like to just say thank you. So stop by the tent, get some peanuts and drinks and spirit ribbons. So
sounds good. All right.
Yep, a lot going on.
Lot.
Encourage everybody to follow us on Facebook, our website, our events calendar, and the community calendar. Just utilize that as much as possible. We can keep everybody informed.
All right. Anything else? We got it all?
Thanks, so.
All right. Bob, anything else with you this morning? You want to talk after they leave?
Sure.
Okay. We'll have more of the world's famous Butch and Bob show in a moment. Bob Unleashed in just a moment.
Hello. I hope things are going well for you out there today, but obviously I can't be sure of that. You may be feeling down and out. You may be feeling all alone, and that no one in all this world cares about you or what happens to you. The psalmist David felt that way at one time. He said, I looked on my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me. No man cared for my soul. It may be that you're feeling just that way today. If you are, I just want to assure you that someone does care for you. The Lord Jesus Christ said, Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. I hope you will just turn your burden over to him. He'll help you handle them. This has been a moment of reflection.
Brought to you by your friends in Christ.
Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup. We continue on with the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. And as we started the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, I said that was a very interesting meeting the Board of Education had last night. Some great actualities that you had there from the meeting, from the different board members. And
we got more tomorrow.
And we got more tomorrow.
It was a very lengthy meeting, but it's our old friend who's no longer with us, Paul Harvey, say there's the rest of the story.
There's the rest of the story.
And there's definitely the rest of the story, because it's unusual for an executive session to take place and them ask the superintendent to exit the executive session, but no one was commenting last night, but I'm sure there's more to come, so we'll continue to follow that story. You know, last time that happened, the city asked Rose Marcus to leave executive session, and we know what happened there. So
we'll see what happens this time.
We
don't know. We're not speculating.
There's more.
We'll
Just more to the story. So we'll have more from the school board meeting. We'll have the full report on the city meeting again. The city had some good news last night as far as if you go by the railroad track, all that stuff from CSX piled up there. Mm-hmm. They've reached an agreement where all that's going to be moved.
So CSX is going to move their junk,
right,
huh?
So the mayor has been working on that for a long time. So we'll have a full report on the city meeting tomorrow as well. But a lot more from the school board meeting. Again, that report from the former CFO Tony Williams was very enlightening and very, like I said, a lot of jaws were dropping. All the information she unleashed last night. So,
and she still doesn't. What she said doesn't have all the information
right,
she needs.
She didn't receive all the information, but like I said, it was a lengthy report. We're hoping to get a copy of that report. And like I said, she said she needed to get with the board to make sure she could give that information to the media. So hopefully that'll take place. And once we get that, we'll have a lot more from that report and documentation.
But it has to do with numbers, Bob.
Right.
And you going to report on numbers?
Well, she pretty much laid it out. I told you when they hired her to do this, I said she knows numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been the former CFO.
Yeah, she knows
before.
numbers, but she's going to translate it in English for you.
Right. Well, she did a good job last night. It wasn't hard to understand last night.
All right, we'll have more on the school board meeting tomorrow on our local newscast and on the Butch and Bob show. And anything else, Bob?
No, that'll do it.
All right. Have a good day. All right. The world famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup. And it's been brought to you by First Southern Bank and by Murphy Builder Supply.